Thank you very much for your presentation. I have 3 questions. First, to what extent can political differences hamper a possible monetary union among the ASEAN 5 countries?
Well, I think that the ASEAN 5 countries are quite similar politically. So you wouldn't expect political differences to hamper effects of integration. Certainly the economics say that there's quite a high level of integration between the two. But it's just a case really of ensuring that countries have institutions that facilitate integration, that countries have a sufficient amount of migration that facilitate integration, and that countries basically have set forth a set of preconditions which make integration much easier.
In the next 5 years, what do you expect to see from this region in terms of increasing integration between the ASEAN 5 and the new ASEAN countries?
Well, I think that the existing, the first ASEAN 5 countries will probably, they're quite closely integrated economically in any case now. And I think in order to further promote trade flows and to further promote financial flows within the ASEAN 10 group of countries, I think that there would be a willingness for the ASEAN 5 countries to further promote integration with the next group of ASEAN countries. Now, you know, the reason why the ASEAN 5, the new ASEAN countries became members of ASEAN was because they satisfied certain preconditions regarding political regime, and I imagine the same thing will occur in terms of satisfying preconditions in terms of economic closeness, in terms of trade, finance and migration.
What do you think are the most important non-financial measures of integration in this region that deserve more attention?
Well, I think we can draw parallels between what's happening in Europe, and I think that immigration flows and the ability for labour in a country that has recessed economic conditions to be able to move to a country that has booming economic conditions is a really important facet of integration. You'll have noticed from my presentation that we can deal with immigration flows or the associated spin-offs in terms of remittances, but that's in order to complete the integration story and in order to gain a much fuller picture of the integration landscape within that region and any region. In fact, I think a greater consideration of immigration flows and labour flows is imperative. And certainly in the academic literature we continue to look at the United States as being the optimal example, no pun intended, of an optimal currency area, because you have a fixed exchange rate in the US, you have the dollar, all states have it, you have a degree of fiscal discipline that's applied across the entire country, but you have labour mobility. People will move. People in the United States move to get an education, people in the United States move to find a job. And you know, in order for an optimal currency area to work, not just in Asia, but in other parts of the world where these considerations are an issue, labour mobility has to be a significant factor.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.